All right, I'm here to answer the question, how to make white butter sauce, okay? First, I'm going to start a reduction with some white wine and some shallots and some pepper to begin this process. Then, because that's going to take a little time, then I'm going to talk to you about this sauce during that period of time, okay? So first, let's take a little bit of chopped shallots and a little bit of pepper. Let's go with the white pepper for this. And a little bit of white wine. Okay, we're going to let that reduce, and then we're going to add the cream. Kay, can you get some cream out for us, please? A quart? Thank you. Anyway, let's talk about what white butter sauce is. Let's not confuse what's known as beurre blanc, which is a traditional French white butter sauce, thank you, with what we're making today. Although this is a slightly different version of the same kind of sauce. But beurre blanc sauce, which means beurre meaning butter and blanc meaning white, so beurre blanc sauce means white butter sauce in French. But our white butter sauce isn't beurre blanc, and we're calling it white butter sauce because that's what it is. It's a little confusing, but it's important to make that distinction and understand that, okay? Now, beurre blanc sauce, which you can go in the index to see the recipe for, of course, and the demonstration on, is a sauce that is shallots and white wine reduced, and then it's taken off the fire, and the cold butter is beaten into it, and then it's used right away. The sauce I'm going to demonstrate for you today, which is a different version, if you will, of beurre blanc sauce, is designed to hold. You can hold it for hours prior to using it in an actual steam table or hot water bath to keep it hot. So you can keep this sauce hot without it breaking after it's made, which is an important part of it, okay? So we always begin with cold butter in either case, so either one of those sauces. And we're going to have it cut a certain size because we want it to melt at a certain rate also. Even though the butter always melts at the same rate, no matter what size it is, when you have it in these sizes, it's easier to incorporate into the sauce as it evenly dissipates into the sauce, okay? So we got it cut up into pieces like the size of plain dice. And that's an important thing to understand about what size you want the butter. And then the butter is kept in the refrigerator until you're ready to use that. And I'm going to have this put inside the refrigerator for a moment while we're continuing. So, we're going to offer some time elapse on this video also. This needs about 2 or 3 more minutes to finish this reduction. Then we're going to add some cream to it. We're back right now, like I said, and you can see that the white wine is reduced down. This is almost dry. Now, for a little bit more time elapsed video, I'm going to add a little bit of cream to this, and we're going to reduce that cream down with the formula being 1/2 cup of cream to each pound of butter sauce that you want to make. So if you cut up a pound of butter like I did, you need to put 1/2 cup of cream in there, which is what I did. Now we're going to reduce this down to what I call the consistency of thick lava, or almost like soft mud, if you will. And only at that texture will the sauce be able to be fortified by the boiling process while the butter is being added, so that it will not break when you hold it in a hot water bath. And this is very important. So we're going to come back in a couple of 2, 3, 4 minutes, whatever it takes for this to reduce, on a time-elapsed version of the white butter sauce cream being reduced. Be right back. All right, about 3 minutes has elapsed, and as you can see, this is kind of very thick and pasty now, and that's where you want it, okay? Now we're going to begin the process of adding the butter. So bring that camera down in here, and we're going to add some butter. We're going to keep this mixture simmering the entire time that the butter is being added. Keeping in mind that mixing it cools it. So if it's not simmering, don't mix it so much. So give it a moment to recapture the heat before you continue adding and mixing butter, see? This is not a whipped product. Although you are making an emulsification here, This is not a whipped product. So if you beat it and beat it and beat it and beat it, first of all, the sauce will never have a chance to boil throughout the time that the butter is being added. And then finally, the sauce will probably break because it never was truly fortified by the boiling process, which is important. It almost makes no sense in a way that to prevent the butter from breaking, you should boil it. Because we automatically assume that if you boil the butter, that will cause it to break. But in this particular case, because of the cream, that's not the case. That actually keeps it from breaking, okay? And you notice how I have to beat it less now because the larger the volume is, the longer it takes to recapture the heat. But the little bubbles along the side is the minimum amount that this must be cooking while you're adding the butter. So in effect, you see the combination of the reduced white wine and the shallot gives it a sense of a Beurre Blanc type flavor, of course, because of the white wine and shallots. Now you can make this sauce without the white wine and shallots and just do the cream if you want, because you can just make lemon butter sauce or lemon garlic butter sauce by doing that. And you can also make this version here into lemon garlic or lemon garlic butter sauce also. You'll notice how this is coming along as sauce consistency here, though. And we almost have our whole pound of butter in here. It was cold, see, I had it in the ice. We still got some ice cubes there on the butter. So that's how cold your butter needs to be when you go after this, okay? All right, all the butter's in now. As soon as it gets all melted, it's simmering away here. It's just doing a great job here of becoming a beautiful sauce. Okay, we're going to shut that fire off now. And we're going to move this sauce over here to the table here. And we're going to let the cameraman sit down, and then I'm going to show you how to strain and finish this sauce, okay? Okay. We're going to finish this sauce with some lemon and some salt and pepper. First, let's give it a little bit of lemon, a little bit of salt, and let's see, we had some pepper in the initial reduction. Let's see how it tastes. This could take a little bit more lemon, not much. A little bit more salt. A little bit more salt. And a little bit more white pepper too, I think. Huh? There we go. Good sauce. A lot of butter. Not the kind of sauce you want to eat mouthfuls of at a time. So you want to be careful how you add this to your food. And then we'll quick give it a little strain. Yep, get back over here. And now, there is your white butter sauce. What nice sauce consistency. Look at that. Good, good, good. All right. Plain white butter sauce with a little bit of lemon. You got it. This is a great sauce to know how to make and can be used for so many different things. You can literally put this on almost anything, and it helps it out a little bit. Being careful not to use too much. Anyway, you enjoy that sauce.